Alright, this is to everyone in case there were some of my people anywhere there. Listen, I've got a problem, and you have a problem too. Now, that concerns the noble window of Agni Politania. In 2001, I started watching Matrix, and I don't know how many times I watched it. Some time ago I discovered that Smith was having a kind of game with me. And this is not to be connected with David S. Cohen. I never considered David S. Cohen as Smith. This is the Assangeist strategy. However, by now we do have a problem. So it's been going on and on for years. I believe that it started already in 2001. And a lot of problems might be related to that. Overall, I consider the Matrix movie a trap. So I believe that this is the kind of reality created there is a start. So I believe many people were made oh my god, again a block on my language, were given to believe that this is what the world really is like, or that this is the world as it really was. And I believe this is the other way around. So the Hollywood is taking part in that overall masquerade, and they create it. So then they have parts of reality that they can show you when you are initiated. But that is not the real world. It is. I could look for the analogy here with the sun. So basically, when I look at the sky, I see the sun, and I already know that this is not the sun. And there's someone at the higher level than me in terms of how you progress by your ways, and they might be like this biblical picture of waters. We have waters in the ocean, and there's water above us, above the sky. So they might be over the water, and they might see some other sun, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the suns we can see, and it doesn't mean that the sun they see is real. So in the similar fashion, we might have these levels of reality, and the point I want to make is that I just saw that Mr. Smith became one face or some kind of connection with me. But as I was watching The Architect, I saw that his eyes are connected with mine right now. And that, on one hand, gives me a sense of danger, but this is not what it is about. Basically, I made this presentation concerning the Agni-Politanian Academy, and this concept of the music of the sphere, which is beautiful and was beautiful before we had digitalization, now has put my academy in a trap. Because this is again, the harmony, this is the problem we have, the harmony, which is the key for health. And then if we talk about aesthetics, we have the question of beauty. So even this harmony is doing something to harmony. The breaking of the pattern is doing something to the pattern. So all the time we have the harmony and the pattern. So the problem is that once we have the digitalization, harmony becomes the question of numbers. So, um, I got myself in this trap, and my academy has gone sadly into the danger of digitalization. Still, there's God behind it, so I believe that I always think of that. This is my connection, and this cannot be digitalized. However, strange things might start happening, and overall there can be more control exercised through digital takes over, especially if you have these connections. I mean, I don't have them naturally, but I have checked against the truth. Mm, and I can see that even me, without all those things that you have been going through, even I am in danger. So essentially we are spiritual beings anyway, but you might have new waves of Smiths aligned to the purpose. Anyway, well, the way out is finding something that is non-digitalizable, but overall it seems like it's going to be spreading. I must get my academy out of it somehow, or I don't know, because basically when I think of life, all the order we have had so far seems to be liable to digitalization, and this is really the greatest enemy weapon we have ever dealt with. So this is a short statement. I'm sorry for my friends, but should there be any, but well, I got trapped intellectually through the music of the sphere and harmony. I'll be looking for a way out. By the way, I can mention that when I looked at the architect today, I thought of the European Union immediately. So before I had this idea of the Soyuz, w Sowieckim Sojuzie, w Europejskim Sojuzie. I'm not sure about the Russian standpoint. So I believe that the former communist rule might not be really excited about all the modern changes, even if President Medvedev at the time of his presidency was for modernity, but it might be that there are some dissenting voices. The new wave is certainly for modernity. Nonetheless, the communist Russia is known for materialism, and that goes together more or less. So we have machines, and then we have digitalization. This is another step in the destruction of humankind. So I'll be thinking, but I'm just sending this warning. Well, I have never said that I'm the most intelligent person on the planet Earth, so I have fallen in that trap sadly. Need to get out of it somehow. well, I'll be looking for a solution because I certainly don't like the role of a slave. I think you'll be able to recognize me should I start saying a procedure or a paradigm. Agnieszka Beata Magdalena Roy, the 21st of March 2021. Oh, and one more thing. My hair will look disgustingly unfresh again because I have received a bill for water, for gas, excuse me, for gas or water, gas. And I need to cut the expenses. So I'm preparing all that will meet me, all that will meet my hair. It's going to be a bit disgusting again. Sadly. And another valid point, one of the videos I watched had the emphasis on purpose. So perhaps it's quite valid that I have arrived at watching those videos with Smith and the architect today. So basically you might review the last verdicts I have passed, list the targets, and rethink the people behind the creation of the Matrix series. That is, or you know, the way I view it is you have those actors and they deliver some messages and they deliver a text, and that creates some kind of reality, and there's a person behind. So it works two ways. There's the author who had some purpose, some design, and created the movie. But then there is also the gateway, so someone can enter it to speak through. And I believe this is exactly what is happening with the world, the war of the worlds, the Spielberg's movie. So right now this is a communication channel. So this has gone beyond the intention of Steven Spielberg or whoever else was working on the movie, because this civilization is more advanced than ours. And I believe that the same thing is happening more or less with the architect and the Matrix and Smith. So this is not the original. Well, you can even see that it has changed. You can see it in the pictures, but this can be cosmetics. What's important is what is really happening. So, you know, the purpose, if my life has changed so significantly, my karma has changed totally, I'm heading for a war. So I'm not waging it now because there's the disproportion of forces from my level. I believe in that intervention from the outer space. However, if you review the targets, you may find yourself in a paradox, because my targets right now are the United States, Great Britain, Russia naturally, and Poland. So if I watch Matrix today and there is the overlap between my head and the Smith's head, there might be something in the purpose, and I have this purpose pronounced clearly so that it resounds and echoes. There can be something going on there, where the United States Great Britain, Russia, and Poland are the targets. I believe that winds it up for now. You have me as the professional. How funny that the Barack Obama administration CIA thought I could make a perfect CIA whore. As for Mr. Smith, true, but I can see where someone is totally non-liable. So we are not going to be fighting this war together. Definitely, even if we have common enemies. Certainly, my war is not your war. My war is sacred. Your seems to be foreign. I cannot say I'm honored by your attention. It has always been to my detriment, I guess, wasn't it? From the very start.